I've got this theory about how the moon got there up in space. Now it combines a lot of contemporary thinking about how the moon formed. So I'm taking it from that as a foundation. I'm saying what happens when a planetoid the size of Mars hits the proto-Earth, and what is the consequence of that forms the moon. Now recently the idea is that the smaller planetoid hit the Earth on an angle, but now it's been pretty much ruled out. It seems like it was pretty much a direct hit. Now if that was the case, as this Mars-like object got closer and closer to Earth, a massive molten wave would form, a tidal wave reaching towards the protoplanet as it approached. The entire molten lava surface of the planet will be chopped up and viable and sort of very fluid. And when this planetoid hits, the two are reaching out towards each other, and there is a massive wave that is formed as this planetoid smashes into Earth. Now that wave would be really high, and it would start reaching out from that impact point and going around the entire molten planet, and may have been 1,000 kilometers high as it passed the equator. And then it began to converge on a spot that was directly opposite, until that lower layer was then flung into space at thousands of kilometers an hour. So a droplet of molten lava was flung off the Earth with this converging tsunami of lava. Now, the Earth was in those days spinning around once every 5 hours. So when this blob came off the surface, it was already going at 6,000 kilometers an hour sideways. And to be flung into space then, it still had that rotational momentum. And it was able then to collect all of the rest of the debris that had been thrown off from the explosion and become the moon that is there now. But it means it never did spin. It always was that side that came off and was facing us. Also, the angle of the planet from the rotation axis was probably caused by the combination of the non-rotational of that planetoid object as it came in. Now that planetoid object they call Theia, and it formed at these particular spots where gravity cancels out. Now there are 5 of them, one the other side of the sun, one between the Earth and the sun, and one the other side, distant from the Earth to the sun. Now they're the 3 simple ones. There are 2 others that form at 60 degrees. 60 degrees to the sun, 60 degrees to the Earth, an equilateral triangle. The forces come together and can hold an object in a small gravity well. As it accumulates debris, it grows bigger and stays within that gravity well. But it is fragile. It can be nudged out by an impact from something else. It can be thrown out by gravitational influences from the passing of other major planets and combinations, say. Anyway, those 2 objects, 2 spaces, the Lagrangian points, they have planetoids growing in them that are traveling faster than Earth. Same time to go around the sun, but the forces mean it's slightly further out, which means it's slightly faster. That's why one caught up with us and smashed into us 4 billion years ago and made the moon. Now you may ask, is that all true? Is it the way the moon really formed? I don't know. I haven't got the mathematics to actually do it. So what I want you to do is do the maths for me. You work out if it's true. It's an interesting idea. It solves a lot of problems. It even explains another moon-forming system from around other planets. Anyway, that's That's for the people with the big computers to work out. I've just come up with this amazing idea. I'm the first one. First one in history to know what the moon is. You're the second.